Okay guys, how's she going today? So we got a slight problem with this fan, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this motor I think is about burned out. Looks fine, but watch when I turn it off. Look at how it stops so much quicker. So I think that motor is about done. That one's still spinning. Well, that's just my little fan to give me some wind. It gives me a little bit. I need a bigger one, but I was gonna buy buy one of those fans that would stand up on, would stand on the floor, but they're a lot of money. So I do have one got a couple in the basement, but they're kind of broken, so I would have to make up some kind of a mount or something for it, because the original legs that it was on are now broken. So but yeah, so this is part 2 now of the GoPro mounts. I got my mounts. I got some other stuff coming too, but it's got nothing to do with this. It's still got to do with the weather radio. I'm getting some other things for that as well, some different connectors and whatnot. So you guys remember this that we got earlier? Well, this is what came in here, and this is going to go on that. And I did bring the case just so you could kind of know. But this is actually a kind of, I guess, like a, I think this has, it's a 2-in-1 for GoPros. Now, this mount here that I'm going to show you right now came in a separate thing, but I just put them in the bags together. So this is the first mount that I ordered. I don't know if it's going to work. Possibly could work for some stuff. Yeah, see, this came with another screw in it. Just seeing how this will work. Yeah. So this is another kind of a mount. Not too sure if this one's going to work to how I want it to. Let's see how far I can. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, that pops out. Oh. See, I guess you learn a little something new. It probably could work. I guess it opens a little bit further than that. So this is one of the mounts. It came with a couple of adapter thingies. So I'll put the links for this stuff will be below as well. Came with a screw, like I said, and then it came with a couple other little adapter thingies. There's another one, and then another screw. So I guess you can do I guess you can just make up another, almost kind of like an extension, I guess. It allows you to, I guess it kind of allows you to put the GoPro however you want it. Maybe that wouldn't work because you wouldn't be able to screw it. So this has to just go in there somehow. Something kind of like this, and then put your little screw through. This will allow, I guess, for you to, what's going on here? Come on. At least the same size the other. You gotta try to get these adjusters right. Come on. So you put that adapter in there. And then I guess somehow you screw this in there. Like so. And then that'll give you one direction of angling your camera. That'll give you one angle. Kind of like back and forth. And then you'd mount, I guess, this to this. I don't really know, but yeah, I guess there was a picture on the internet that showed how to put it together. I'm guessing it goes something like this if I can get it together. Does not seem to want to fit. Yeah, and then that'll give you so you can bend it. Of course, you can angle your GoPro with this, but you can also, I guess, angle it with this now too. So, and of course, there's supposed to be a screw in that, which I guess I could use one of these, you know. That's what I'm guessing. There's supposed to be a screw in here too. Well, see, I have an extra screw, you know, in this, and then I have one that came with the GoPro. So, but that's just kind of, it allows you to angle it, you know, one way, and then you can angle it this way, and then of course you can also angle the GoPro, so you can really get it, you know, bent really good if you had to. I'll just have to get a screw for that, or I do have a screw. So that's the one mount that I got. I'm not too sure if it'll work for my setup, but I'm pretty sure that my next one here will work. But I'm not too sure if I could mount this on the brush guard or not. I mean, we'll try it and see what happens, but of course it's got screws in it, so you can tighten them down really tight. There you go. Let's try to get my fan to be adjusted here a little bit. But that's the one mount. We'll take this. Actually, we could just leave that in there. It's not really in the way. This will definitely be quite interesting to try out. Yeah. Mosquitoes. Like I said, this one came in a separate package, but I got them both today. Of course, you can see how your GoPro would have a, you know, little ears there too, so you could put that together. So that's the one. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try it. But I think this next one is it's definitely going to work. Ow! Bang my frickin' son of a bitch. So now this is a double. Well, not a double, but it's, well, a 2-in-1 system. This is the first system. Well, that's quite interesting. I wonder what this does. Well, here's the first part of it anyway. It's a clamp-on thingy. I'm not too sure how. This is really tight though. Wow. Talk about really going to hang on this shit. I'm not too sure what the strap does. maybe it's just a gripper protector thingy too for when you clamp it onto something, so you don't scratch the paint. That's probably what that's for. And it's got like a little tongue. It's funny. But yeah, you can mount your camera on this with the what did I do with it? With this clicker style thing that I showed you earlier. You know, your little clicker style. That'll just slip in there, apparently. Yeah. See, then it just slips in, and then if you want to get it out. So you can put your GoPro on this, I guess, if you wanted to. That's what it says, but it came with something that was really neat, and this is what Repo Nut has. And I think this will work just fine. This will actually work probably pretty damn good for what I need it for. Depending if it's good. If it's defective, then I'll have to get another one. But I bought like a little 6-inch adjuster thingy, and it does flex. Pretty cool. So whoever designed this was really thinking pretty good. So it's got the clicker style thing here, which I'll probably put in here without breaking it. There we go. And then I could just probably mount this pretty much well anywhere. It even kind of rotates a little bit too. So then I could put this. I could mount this to the GoPro, like so. Now, the GoPro camera's not in here, but it gives you an idea. Just that. And you can pretty well just leave this straight, because you can pretty well bend this thing to any angle. And there you go. And it seems pretty sturdy, so I mean it wouldn't just didn't expect that to be so freaking tight. Like, holy shit, that's never gonna fall off. But like I said, it is adjustable, so you can put it on, you know, however you want to put it on something, and you can pretty much will bend it however it needs to be bent. Kind of, you know, just kind of depends on your shot that you need. So this is what I've been waiting for. This is kind of big though. I wish it was a little bit smaller, but it's a 6-inch, so it's a, like I said, it's a 2-in-1 kind of thing, because you can either mount this onto this and give you your 6 inches, or you could just directly mount your camera to that, I guess. And that's just your, yeah. I think this just protects the paint of whatever you're mounting this to, because you can pull that too. See? So, and it'll probably help grip a little bit too. So I could pretty much, well, I think mount this wherever I would like. Like, I could probably, it'll take a lot of work to get that open, but I could pretty much, well, if I turned it around, see, and that's what that would do. Just to give you kind of like an idea, like a little clamp on this stuff, and then you can just adjust this, and then adjust this. So like if you had a, yeah, you could adjust it to protect your paint and whatnot, I guess. But that's what I got. So it's probably going to help me get those shots. It's not very sturdy. Well, it's not going to. not really gonna go anywhere anyway. So yeah, that's a pretty heavy duty spring. Look at the size of that spring in there. It's just a monster freaking monster spring. But it'll probably soften up after a while. But yeah, these came together. You know, this all set up here. This came separate though, and then that came separate. But these both came on the same day today, so that's definitely going to be quite interesting to have this sticking up on the brush guard, and people will be like, what the hell is that? But get it straight up, you know. And if I put this on the bitter top of the brush guard, like say facing back towards me, I mean that should definitely pop over my hood. You know, pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty neat. So yeah, I got that today, and then this thing that I put back in the bag came in this kind of crazy bag, and then I got that today as well. So that will be this will be quite. I could probably even mount this to Big Red somewhere too. Like I could probably put this whoa, my speeding car. I could probably even put that on the back of, like, oh yeah, on the back of Big Red. I could probably almost do like a suspension video. Kind of been wanting to do one of those so people could get an idea of how this, you know, suspension works on Big Red and whatnot. So I think I could get a lot of good shots with mainly with this setup. I don't know too much about this setup though. Made in China, but I got it in the US. So crazy. I definitely like it. I definitely like it. Definitely like it. That's going to be quite fun to try out. I already kind of did some brush hogging yesterday. You guys will see that video today. So I guess we'll take this back apart now, because I'm done with it for today. We won't be using it for a wee while. I probably have to put my camera on the charger too. I don't know if it's charging or if it's if it's even charged. That's another stupid vehicle. Wait, I don't want to bend those ears too much. They bend real easy. So yeah, without this little thing, this thing, and that thing, well, mainly this would have been useless. This probably would be okay. But definitely can't wait to give it a try. Since the GoPro does kind of like a wide shot anyway, I think I could pretty well just put it like right on Big Red's hitch, and you guys should probably be able to get a whole, you know, rear end view of him. So even when I'm plowing snow, I could probably put it somewhere where you guys could see it a little, see the plow working a little bit better. It's all just going to be by, you know, trial and error pretty much. So we upgraded the GoPro a little bit, got some more GoPro stuff. So that's going to be really interesting to see how this will work out. Like I said, Repo Nut has one of these. I think it's a smaller one though, I'm not too sure, but I don't know if they make him any small. It looks small on his video, but you know, again, he uses GoPros, so everything probably looks a little bit smaller. So yeah, and then like I said, you can just put the GoPro directly on this without, if you didn't need the extension. But I think I'm going to use the extension no matter what. Yeah, I guess they call this a gooseneck because it does bend pretty good. Doesn't bend a super lot. I'll try to. That's about as far as I'll bend it without breaking it. So, yeah, definitely cool. So, yeah, and like I said, those sticky things that came with the GoPro when my sister gave me the GoPro came with a couple 3M sticky things. They had the same markings in them. They were kind of useless because I didn't have the mount, but I got the mount now. But I'm not going to use those because they're too permanent. So yeah, so there you go, guys. That's what I got. I still got other stuff coming for my radio. Nothing you guys would probably care about. Just put the stuff away. So put it all back in the bag, and then when it's time to use her, we'll start using her. Really put in the bag too well. Yeah. Quite cool. Quite cool. So there you go. Camera's steaming hot for some reason. Of course, it's been on the charger all day. So all the mounts and everything's in there. We'll play with those later on. And no wonder why I can't feel my frickin' fan. 6. Sometimes I get lucky and this fan will get pinched in here and then it stays. But unfortunately, it's not sticking too well. And this clamp, I think, is pretty much will toast. Use it for smaller stuff, I guess. For bigger stuff, actually. I mean, yeah. So I got a couple connector stuff coming for my weather radio to replace the redneck connection that my uncle made up. He said that he just would have to not cut off, but remove a couple pieces and it would be better. So I got them coming, a couple things and some other stuff. I'm even thinking about getting a little, it's like a little handheld radio, weather radio system too, for the shop. It's just like a handheld one. I can get that on Northern Tool for about like 130 bucks. The reason why I wanted to get one of those is because I want one for the shop as well. But that one gets recharged like off your computer or whatever, so it's kind of stupid, but it'll work. I won't be doing it anytime soon, but that's a school bus. But my uncle kind of said that the antennas on those little handhelds, they're not the greatest. He says they're good, but they're not the best. So that means I'm going to turn around at some point and buy another antenna for the shop, for the roof of the shop. It's going to be the same one as what I got in the house because I can't find anything smaller. I wanted like a smaller one. I don't need a super huge antenna. It's going to be mounted, well, not here in the front, but on the top of that, or at angles there, but on the back side. Just because I don't want people thinking that I got a scanner or something stupid back here. I just mowed. I think I got to mow again. Yeah, it's just gonna go up there. I'm probably just gonna end up ordering the same antenna that I got now. Later on, though, the neighbor's been doing some mowing. He really needs to hurry the hell up and start mowing. Yeah, and then I'll just run that wire. I got some leftover wire. I still got that 50-footer line from before I bought the 100-footer for the big main radio. So I think that would be way more than enough. I even got some bits and pieces. So if I'm ever out here and it kind of starts to get nasty out, then I have a little radio with me. I wanted to get something for Big Red too, but I really can't find anything. Something that's waterproof, you know, that can run off 12 volts or whatever, off the battery. The only thing I could find was a marine. So it's like a CB radio, but for boats. But that's kind of stupid to have because that CB radio, like I said, is the one that's meant for boats that are out in the water, and it's got like a lot of emergency features on it. Like if your boat should sink, there's a little red button you can push actually on the CB, and then it'll send out a signal to like Coast Guard and nearby boats. It'll tell them where the sinking boat is. So I don't really need that, you know. It's waterproof, yeah, but I don't know if that CB radio would work, say, with other CB radios out there in the market, or if they're just their own brand, you know, like their own thing, right? So, and they're a lot of money as well. So, I think I'll just maybe get the handheld for now, and then I guess I can always take the handheld out to the field too. Like if I'm ever out with my friend, you know, or something, I'll just bring that little walkie. You know, it's like the size of a walkie-talkie, but a little bit bigger, and just put that little stock antenna back on her and get some weather alerts that way. That's just in case, you know, we have nasty weather all of a sudden and we're not expecting it. So, but yeah, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I got coming. I think my stuff for my antenna is going to be showing up tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not going to do a video on that because that's just you know, it's just for like connectors and stuff. So I have a new connector coming that actually plugs into the radio itself. It's what I got one of those right now on there. That's my uncle's. I don't know if maybe he wants it back or something. That's why he's telling me to go buy one, or maybe it's not good enough. I don't know. But it's just a little bit of a different setup. So, but that's if I feel like doing a radio back here, then that's what I'll do. I'll just do that. I don't want to get a radio. I mean, I could get the same weather radio that I have now, but smaller, and put that back here. But see, that will either run on batteries or, you know, obviously the power. And I'm not leaving my power on back here all the time. So, and the battery life would be short because it'd be running on the battery so much. So, I need something that's just kind of like battery operated, and that I can just kind of take wherever, you know, without a problem. So, but I don't know how much of a good signal I would get back here because of the shop, and then I got the neighbor's shed and the trees. So if I got the antenna, obviously the same one that I got now, you know, the big thing that I got now, it would boost my signal quite a bit. So it'll get me outside the buildings, you know, where I can get a better signal. Looks like I got some rainstorms moving in. So, but I don't think I'll be testing any of this GoPro stuff yet. I might, but I don't like making too many videos. I got enough videos to work on. So, I mean, I'm pretty much out of videos. This will be tomorrow's video, so I'm kind of pretty much caught up again on videos. But I mean, that means I gotta make more of them. So I might make a small one. I don't know. It depends on how the GoPro is. I know it was on the charger the last time I used it. After I used it, but because I keep it full all the time. Because if you let them drain out, then they get damaged. That's what happened to this camera. The battery got drained right out. You know, then I just kept doing that, and of course, then it eventually screwed the battery over. So, yeah, and I think also I'm going to have to invest in that little fogging machine from Northern Tools. It's like a little $70 fogger. Just because I was out, like I can't even go outside, and I literally get chewed to shit. I mean, I got red bumps all over me. It's unfreaking believable. I don't know how good this camera would pick them up, but you know, they bite. They fucking little bastards bite, and I'm sick of it. So it's going to be about $100, you know. But mother, she wants to do some landscaping in front of the house, between the garage door and the front door of the house. You know, there's like a layer of rocks there. There used to be plants in there. Well, of course they died. How they died, I don't know. They just magically freaking died. So she wants to replant, because they've been dead for a couple of years now. So she wants to put some new plants in there. And well, they're not cheap either. And underneath the rocks, it's got that fiber shit or whatever to, I guess, keep the weeds out, which is not working, but it's somewhat working. I have to keep freaking spraying Roundup all the time. That has to get ripped out and redone. I might have to actually till that ground a little bit too. So she wants to do that. But how can we do that, you know, when there's so many freaking mosquitoes? You can't do anything. Not even in the broad daylight, like today. It's hot and humid out. You wouldn't think they would want to be out, but they're out. And they're pissing me off. They're in my shop and everything, because it's cooler in the shop. Well, not by a lot, but it's darker, so probably to them it would feel cooler. I mean, you can see them flying around. This is stupid. So, yeah, I think it was about $100 for the unit. About 80 for the unit, and then another 20 for the 1 gallon, half gallon, whatever of the mosquito killer stuff. It would be enough for what I got to do. I'd probably spray every. It says it only lasts for a few hours, which would probably be a day. I don't know. It's supposed to kill them anyway, so I'm probably going to be most likely doing a lot of spraying. Because this town doesn't really do a lot for spraying. So, apparently this town can't afford it. So, and I'm not going to put, you know, off stuff, you know, stuff that you can put on your skin to keep the, you know, the mosquitoes off. Because that stuff's not good for you either. Of course, neither is breathing in that fogging stuff. But you know, you spray that like today you could probably fog if you wanted to, but it's a little bit breezy, but it would still fog. You know, I would fog and then go to, you know, wait an hour and then go to work. That's what I would do in the shop too, is just let all the smoke and everything come in here and fog the shop out. It's just terrible. It sucks. We can't even enjoy our damn summer. And these motherfuckers are not even mowing anything. Like, you know, they haven't mowed that section of yard for a while. Someone mowed over there. They haven't mowed that yard for a while. This guy hasn't been home enough to mow. He's just starting to mow. That's just not even done. This guy that bought this White House, he's mowing most of his yard, but he's not mowing the back section. Well, that stuff's about a foot tall already. Like, really, come on. You've got plenty of time to mow it all. Like, you know, it's so stupid how we get these damn letters in the mail all the time saying, do your best to keep your grass, you know, mowed. Keep the water, you know, to like if you have water in the ditches, keep that empty, you know, or whatever. Do whatever you can to help keep the mosquitoes down. But yet no one else is doing it. Someone should be mowing this guy's yard. This guy needs to seriously start mowing more often. This guy needs to so totally mow the rest of his freaking yard. Like, come on. Stupid. And they're not even out spraying or fogging. Yeah, and then they're not mowing that. And they don't bother mowing the ditch hardly across the street. You know, of course, all the ditches here in town are still full of water from the heavy fucking rain that we got. Which is stupid. Didn't really need all that crappy rain. So, but you know, another thing they could be doing too is, you know, is pumping the water out of the ditches. You know, I mean, the ditches at the farm are pretty much full. Apparently, you're supposed to just be able to call the mayor, I guess, and they're supposed to send someone over with a pump, and then they would pump it out. But it made no sense because when this guy that lived in that White House over there, he was the last guy to pump our ditches out, and it didn't make any damn sense that he pumped the water across the street at the farm. Like, the water's still there, so the mosquitoes are still gonna breed. You should have pumped that shit over the dike, because I think at the time there was still a flood going on. So, you know, pump it into there, let the flood take it away. Like, it doesn't make much sense to move the water from one side of the road to the other side, because it's still affecting the farm, you know, because you got all that water there, and the mosquitoes lay in that. But no one pumps ditches around here anymore. They all, well, he used to do it, but no one around here does it anymore. No one really gives a shit anymore. It's falling apart. But whatever. I want to get a real fogger, but usually they're about $1,000. It's just, you know, stupid nuts. But you know, they can do a lot of acres too in a hell of a hurry. So the one I'm getting is just for homeowners. Well, I'm just a homeowner, so that's really all I need for here. It's a handheld one. That I prefer like one that I could strap down to the four-wheeler, but that would be that $1,000 one. That's just nuts. So I think I'd probably just hop on the, you know, hold it and hop on the John Deere and just kind of just drive around and spray the whole entire yard, kill them. Even though it's only going to last for a few hours, but you're still killing them. You gotta, you know, keep it somewhat under fucking control. You know, it's just nuts. I'm getting chewed up. I can't wear hardly anything. Like I'm walking around just in a plain ass t-shirt and my arms are getting all chewed up. I shouldn't have to wear a sweater, you know, to protect my arms. You know, so it's stupid. Spray more often. But I doubt that they will. And then when they, you know, and the guy that was the mayor, the ex-mayor, when he was fogging, he didn't really do a lot of fogging. He just went up and down the road a couple times, and that was it. But when this guy used to do it, which is the guy that used to live over there, he had it on the back of an ATV, and he would actually drive through people's yards and, you know, and fog their yard. You know, oh sure, it's going to drift a little bit across the road, but sometimes it don't. The best time to fog is when it's not windy out, which is, you know, in the evening. But you got to get in people's yards too, you know, to fucking fog. It's stupid. So that's why I'm going to try to invest in that fogger. I got to get a propane cylinder. I can get them at the hardware. It's just like a little propane tank thing. My uncle gets them all the time, because that's what he uses to start his fires when he's got to burn his damn cow manure. So, because I cannot do a goddamn single thing in my fucking yard, and I get chewed to shit. And mother wants to do some landscaping. Well, I ain't gonna do landscaping with mosquitoes out. You can't work in the broad daylight because it's hot out. Can't work in the fucking evening because, well, then the mosquitoes are out. So I gotta, you know, do something, you know. So a fogger and some of that spray. I think I'll get about 4 rounds out of about half a gallon or whatever size container that was. So it should last me, but not very long. I'll have to try to see if I can get a couple containers anyway. Because I'm probably only going to fog when I absolutely need to. I mean, if I'm going to work out here in the shop, I'm definitely going to be fogging. Not much for projects obviously going in here this year. Trailer's still waiting, but I think I'm going to be taking the trailer out. I'm just not going to get to that this year. So, but if she wants to do some landscaping at some point, now we're going to have to, you know, just can't have, look at that, another fucking mosquito. Just can't do a goddamn thing in this fucking, you can't do anything around here. Freaking town doesn't spray. I mean, I know they make money. They got to make money somewhere. And you can't tell me that fogging this whole entire town costs that much money. Well, of course, you got to remember too, they're paying for diesel fuel too, because they got to mix it with diesel. So diesel's pretty damn expensive, you know, $4 a gallon. So I don't know what the crap would cost to mix with the diesel, but you know, we already have the fogger, so it really can't cost that much. You know, and another thing too, the people that do live in this town that are not normal like us, they're the ones that are mowing the dike, and they are the ones that bought the new pump for the town. Well, why can't they pay for the fucking fogging stuff too? I mean, they got all kinds of goddamn money. Spend it. But no, you know, us normal people have to sit here and fucking suffer. You know, I'm not going to suffer anymore. So, I'm going to fog my whole entire yard, and let it drift into my shop and into the garage and whatnot, and take care of these fucking mosquitoes. It's nuts. So, right now it's a little bit windy because you can feel the breeze coming in. But, you know, more towards the evening would be the best time to do it. So, getting a little nasty over there. So I'll probably be holding off on a new camera for a little while. I'm hoping before winter. But if I do get one before winter, I won't be using it much because I'm not going to smash the battery on that. So I might just end up keeping this here old camera for in the winter time or something, you know. I could use the iPhone too, but that kind of does crappy quality and stuff, so I don't like that one too much. So anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. Probably turn this fan off in a minute. It was on low, so I wasn't much wind. But yeah, so we'll test out the GoPro stuff here eventually. I don't know if it'll be today or not because I just don't really feel like it. And I'm probably going to want to spend most of today editing this video up, getting it downloaded, and putting my camera on, you know, the GoPro on the charger, make sure that's charged up good. But I'll probably just play around with it for a little while and see if I can find some good angles and whatnot. So yeah, anyways guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Take her easy. Thank you.